And let us get to our next conversation. A Kano State High Court sitting, as presided over by Justice Mariam Sabo, a sentenced one Aminu Mohammed to death by hanging for the gruesome murder of a 3-year-old girl, Rafiatu Junaidu, in 2018. The judgment delivered by Justice Sabo brings to a close a protracted legal battle that began 7 years ago. Following the horrific killing that shocked residents of Jiba village in Bebeji local government area, court records indicated that Aminu lured little Rafiatu from her home to a nearby farm where he strangled her. It was added that in a further act of extreme violence, he used a broken bottle to slit open her abdomen and removed her intestine. Disturbing revelations also emerged during the proceedings that Aminu was allegedly promised 400,000 naira by an unidentified individual to carry out the killing. While describing the act as inhumane and brutal, Justice Sabo emphasized in her ruling that the sentence should be served as a deterrent to others, underscoring the court's commitment to ensuring justice, especially in cases involving the murder of minors. This is an extremely sad story. But we'll take our next story. Again, social media influencer Terinabo Solu, also known as Tari, has taken to Instagram in tears, sharing the heartbreaking aftermath of what she calls a sudden and traumatic eviction and demolition of her rented apartment in Lagos. In a video she posted online, it shows the ruins of her home flattened with debris scattered where memories once stood. According to her, there was no meaningful notice before bulldozers arrived, leaving her and other residents with no time to prepare or relocate. While authorities are yet to comment on the demolition, the incident raises fresh questions about how eviction orders are carried out and who bears the burden. Let's show you this video.
I knocked on the door and told me that I should pack my things, that they are coming to demolish the house in the next 5 minutes. No prior notice, nothing. My landlord did not even inform me. I called my landlord. He picked once and I told him. And I kept calling him. He has not picked my call till now. My things are outside. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have anywhere to go. I don't even have money to get a new place because my rent is supposed to expire in March.
Now, Chimamanda Adiche has spoken to women about the importance of choosing wisely when making a decision about who to marry. The author asked women not to be pressured into choosing a man whom they clearly see is not right for them. She asked them to avoid settling when it comes to the decision of who would be their husbands. The Dream Count author, who is in Nigeria on a book tour, said it's so important for a woman to have what she does, for a woman to have her own, just a sense of self-fulfillment. Have something that you're doing, doesn't mean it doesn't matter what it is, and do it well. She continued, it's really important who you choose. Young women, choose wisely. Sometimes as young women, you can tell that the person you're with is not right or really a good person, but you're desperate to just get married. You're desperate to have somebody who is your partner. Don't settle. Be very careful who you choose. The person you choose as your life partner will make a huge difference in your life. Let's see what Nigerians were saying about this very one right here. Mfon Abia. Excellent talk, ladies. Young ladies, please do not settle. Choose wisely. Of course. I'm sure they've been doing that for a while now. Blessing says, I will choose well by God's grace. And that's final on that. And to my Veronica and Ibrahim, from the first conversation we saw and this right here, I'm still wondering what will make a full-blown adult get attracted to a minor. I don't understand.
A promised 400,000 is enough for somebody like Aminu Mohammed. You've not seen the 400,000 and you kill a 3-year-old in such very brutal manner. It just goes to show that Aminu Mohammed is wearing a human body, but he is actually, I don't know if I have the permission to use this word because it's really strong, is actually a monster. A monster. I actually wanted to use the B word, but let me hold it. You know, it is really sad that somebody can do that for a promised 400,000 naira. So he got the sentence that he deserves. And what baffled me about the case is that it lasted 7 years for them to come to this point. If I was the judge, it would have lasted 2 weeks.
Indeed.
And I'm telling you, you take that decision and you go home and sleep very well. Demolition of Tari's home. I know there is a law to that. Notice should be given for at least 6 months before something like that happens. Now, when it does happen, residents of the house will say, we didn't have a notice. But when you go to the government will say, we gave them notice, and they'll show you a letter. So it's a communication thing. I think the notice is not enough. You should sing the demolition notice over and over again to the residents of that house. That could help. Chimamanda Adiche, choose wisely. I wonder how you choose wisely. When it comes to getting married, women are expected to choose wisely. Men are expected to choose wisely. It's a two-way street. So at the end of the day, my advice is that the only person that really can choose wisely for you is upstairs.
Upstairs where?
you know the upstairs I'm talking about.
I would say that the person that can help you, man in himself, do not know how to make the right choices. That's the truth. Because there are different things that influence our choice. But God Almighty can help you make the right choice. I believe that's what Etoma is trying to say. Just as he was also helped to make the right choice. I'm sure I'm making the right statement. Anyway. Talking about the matter of Tari, it's a rented apartment, and she also mentioned in that video that she called her landlord and the man just gave perhaps flimsy excuses, that's in quote now, and didn't say much. So the engagement she's to have is with the landlord, the owner of the house. She has to speak with, that's the person that the government will speak with, not the tenants, because the person is the owner of the house. That's right. So if the owner of the house did not communicate with them, then it is the landlord's problem and not government. We need to begin to separate issues and situate matters appropriately. That's right. Let's stop dragging government into everything. Did government pass that information across to the landlord? If they did, then the landlord in question is at fault here. The unfortunate incident in Kano, I am happy that justice has been done at the end of the day. Unfortunately, this cannot bring closure to the families, but to an extent, something would happen because they would see this person going to prison at the end of the day. It's sad, but we need to begin to see, even if the money, if he had seen the money, why would you kill someone else? It's a human in the first place. This milk of human kindness should flow through us at least. For whatever it is, money should not be a motivation. Nothing should even be a motivation for you to kill someone.
It is so sad, and thank God he got the sentence that he deserved. So the fact that justice delayed, justice denied, so they say, but this time it's not denied, but it's just delayed. But why do we have to waste time? But they will say, yeah, we need to do our proper investigation. So the person that also promised 400,000 naira, because this guy has gotten his sentence, but the person that promised 400,000 naira, I'm not sure whether we have any information about whether he or she, has the person been arrested, how many people has he or she offered to give whatever paltry sum of money, or even if it is huge, to take someone's life. So it means that this person is either an organ trafficker, taking out someone's intestine is out of this world. So they should also arrest the person if he or she has not been arrested, investigated, and dealt with decisively. The demolition of property in Lagos and the lady crying, Veronica said it all. The communication must have been between the landlord and the government. If not, that's another thing. So is the landlord that should be, or even the agent or the caretaker, because sometimes some people would know that this building is in distress, or there is a question mark on this building, and then they will still keep renting out this same apartment. Lagos State needs to needs to act very fast or very well, so that they arrest these Shylock landlords, these shady people, involved in shady dealings. The last story has to deal with
Chimamanda.
Yeah, Chimamanda. Yes. So the fact that some people are married and then they have problems in their marriage, they separate, they divorce, doesn't mean that they didn't ask God, they didn't consult God. Sometimes things happen. It's just for our knowledge, just test, trial. It doesn't mean that God doesn't answer our prayers. But this is not taking away the fact that you should also use your brain, because God has given us this 6 sense. Well, he gave us the 5 sense and the 6 sense. He also gave us to also reason as humans, ask questions, have a conversation with the bride or groom to be. Yes, so that is where God comes in. But also do your own due diligence.
Well, that's a good advice for every single man and woman out there. Thank you guys for doing justice to this. But finally, as we go, do you have any interesting perspective you'd like to share? Please tag us on Trending Now TVC on any social media platform. We will be listening.
Thank you, Nelson, for bringing us those stories. This is where we have to draw the curtains on the program for today. Let's let you know that the views and reaction of all our resource persons are theirs and have no connection with TVC. Up next is Your View with the Ladies. Afterwards is This Morning with Yori Folarin. Stay safe. Bye.